August 7th, 2004. Along with Randy and Sue Smith, the owners and promoters of Midvale Speedway. This is video announcer Craig Mishler welcoming you to a beautiful night for automobile racing in Tuscarawas County. On the pole, on the track right now, is the late model fast heat of 2. Here we go. No start. That'll give us a chance to get the lineup to you. Okay, here's your lineup. Car 21, it's Ron J. Bird Jr. On the outside of him. 55, Dangerous Daryl Dexter. Back on the inside, 77, Bear Schwartz. Number 1, Ryan Tedesco. Greg Bewley in 22, Doug McMillan in 78, Tom Garbrand 64, and your top qualifier, Farmer Smith in car number 7. And we're going to try it again. Daryl Dexter, your race leader. Ryan Tedesco in that second spot. Ron J. Bird Jr. in 3rd. Greg Bewley 4th. Bear Schwartz 5th. Tom Garbrand, Doug McMillan, and Farmer Smith. Daryl Dexter out in front. Ryan Tedesco 2nd. Greg Bewley in that 4th spot, trying to catch Ron J. Bird Jr. halfway this time. Tom Garbrand on the inside of Greg Bewley. Daryl Dexter out in front. Ryan Tedesco 2nd. Greg Bewley, Tom Garbrand. White flag. Daryl Dexter leads it down the backstretch. One more time. Ryan Tedesco, Greg Bewley, Tom Garbrand, Greg Bewley. Bear Schwartz, Doug McMillan, and Farmer Smith. Picking up the fast heat tonight from Jeanette Hutton, Ohio. It's Dangerous Daryl Dexter in 55. Okay, second heat, Kathy Mead in 19. William Robinson in the dirt car on the outside at 14. Scott in 44, first time here this year. Ron Scott, 44. Rich Marker, 27. A.P. Wren, 57. Tom Feller Jr. in 47. And Bob Gaynor, 23. Kathy Mead out in front. Rob Scott in that 2nd spot. Rich Markham on the inside. He'll take over 2nd and take the turn 4. Kathy Mead. Rich Markham. AP Red now taking over third. Black flag coming over Kathy Meade. William Robinson in 14. Tom Feller Jr. 47, brand new car. White flag. Rich Markham into turn 3. Out of 4. Rich Markham wins it. AP Red, Rob Scott. Robinson, Bob Gaynor, and Tom Feller Jr. Your winner of the second heat tonight in the late models. From East Sparta, Ohio, Rich Markham in 27. Okay, fast heat of the modifieds. John Wilson. Will Walker will bring him in. Mark Wilson in the third spot. And Watson. And Glenn Joel and John White round out your field. Mark Wilson second, Glenn Joel third, Will Walker, Dave Watson in that fifth spot, John White. Black flag cut off for John Wilson going under his qualifying time. Mark Wilson in the lead. Mark Wilson, Glenn Joel, Will Walker, Dave Watson, and John White. Picking up the fast heat in the modifieds, Mark Wilson from Minerva, Ohio. Second heat race, modified. Jimmy Kuhn, Mike Bauer, Tim Skinner, Mel Robinson, Mark Enos, and Rick Elkins Jr. out there on the track. Jimmy Kuhn out in front. Mike Bauer in the 02 car in that second spot. Mel Robinson third, Tim Skinner on the outside of fourth. Fifth is Mark Enos and then Rick Elkins Jr. Robinson on the inside, Skinner on the outside. That's for third spot. Mike Bauer trying to catch him in turn 3. We got a battle for first and second. Here goes Martinez on the inside, trying to get by Skinner for third. White flag getting ready to come out for Jim McCune. Jim leads it down the backstretch one more time to turn 3. Out of 4. Jim McCune, Mike Bauer, Mel Robinson, Tim Skinner, and Mark Enos. Picking up the second heat of the modifieds tonight. Jim McCune in 22. Okay, fast heat, first off. Roger Butler 00. William Avil 31. Doug McMillan 54. Don Jr. 7. Building tonight for Kurt Waller is Keith Thomas in 18. Joe Leinert in 2. Gabe Pringle 8. Kevin McCulloch 38 and Bubba Smith in car 12. Round out your field. William Avio out in front. Doug McMillan second now. Roger Butler third. Don Newton Jr., Joe Leinert in that 5th spot. Doug McMillan going on the outside of William Avio for the lead, trying to get him out of 4. Side by side. Roger Butler in that 3rd spot. Donner Jr. 4th. Kevin Keith Thomas in that 5th spot. Gabe Pringle 6th. Joe Leinert in 7th. Doug McMillan going for the lead. Out of turn 2, he'll have it. White flag coming out. Doug McMillan in turn 3. One more time. Out of 4. Doug McMillan, William Avio, Roger Butler, Don Newton Jr., Keith Thomas, Gabe Pringle, Bubba Smith, Kevin McCulloch, and Joe Leinert. Picking up the fast heat of the sports stocks tonight from Uricksville, Ohio. It's Doug McMillan in car 54. Got a green. Eric Sells in 14 brings him across the line. Joe Sanford Jr. in 9. Chris Kale out in front. Richard Stallmaker in 59. Scott in 13. That's Miller in 13. Cooper in 80. Paul Murray in 20. Richard Stallmaker taking over the lead. Derek Calais trying to move up in 77. We got a yellow out of the track for Eric Sell in 14. Here we go. 5th spot. Bill Weaver 6th. Terry Coletti 77. Out in front. Paul Murray on the outside of Ron Hooper. White flag. George Miller trying to get back into it. Roger Stallmaker leads it on the backstretch. Roger Stallmaker wins it. Gale finished second. Paul Murray, Terry Coletti, Joe Sanford Jr., George Miller. Eric Sell out there will finish, and Hooper in 80. Picking up the second heat of the sports stocks tonight, Richard Stallmaker in car 59. Okay, moving to the fast heat of pure stocks. On the pole, Rich Schweitzer in 84, Douglas Higgins in 13, Big Al Street in 73, Scott Archer 28, Teddy Oliver 49, Randy Smart in 17, Greg Coventry 64, Greg Grove in 3, and looks like Blake Mackey in car 7 is your top qualifier. Side by side down the backstretch. Rich Schweitzer on the inside, Douglas Higgins on the outside with Scott Archer in third, just waiting for one to make a mistake. Rich Schweitzer, Scott Archer, Douglas Higgins. Douglas way off the pace. Gonna have a yellow. Al Street and Teddy Oliver. Okay, 2 in, 6 to go. Rich Schweitzer and Scott Archer will bring him in. Archer on the outside, Schweitzer on the inside. Here comes Greg Grove. Blake Mackey and Teddy Oliver touch. Douglas Higgins in the infield. No caution, they want him to come back out. Greg Grove in the lead. Teddy Oliver in that second spot. Excuse me, third. And Blake Mackey fourth. Al Street in 5th spot. White flag. Blake Mackey trying to get on the inside of Teddy Oliver. Your winner is going to be Great Grove, Tusky, Ohio. Second, Rich Schweitzer. Third is Blake Mackey. Fourth, Teddy Oliver. Your winner of the fast heat, Great Grove in car number 3. Second heat, Dan Moore will bring him in. Scott on the outside in that second spot. Taking over the lead. Dave Fox Jr. in 92. Will Miller's father, Chris, in that fourth spot. John Leisure, Bob Pathwater Jr. and Paul Parsons round out your field with Tim Oliver in 8th. Scott out in front. Caution out of the track for Tim Oliver in car 8. Three wide, now we're going to make a 4 wide down the backstretch. Rob Scott out in front. Dan Moore in that second spot. Dave Fox in third. Here comes Paul Parsons. John Leisure in that sixth spot. Chris Miller in 70. Oliver loops it in turn 2. And he's going to the pits. Rob Scott in 40. Here comes Paul Parsons at 44. Rick Elkins going in the infield, says hello to Mr. Tire. Rob Scott. Dan Moore third, John Leisure fourth. Chris Miller and Bob Pathwater Jr. White flag coming out for Paul Parsons. Dan Moore in that second spot. John Leisure third. Paul Parsons leads him into turn 3. Out of 4, Paul Parsons wins it. Wow. Okay, picking up the second heat in the Pure Stocks. 44, Paul Parsons. Okay, moving to the third and final heat race. Dave Nepper in 26 will bring him in. 15 is Richard Hamilton. Here we go. Tim Rogers in 22, Nick Cross in 05. 11 tonight, Chuck Sampson. Will Miller in 07. Rocky Moore in 62. And Bob Pathwater Sr. in 77. Dave Nipper gonna, Will Miller says hello to him right there coming out of turn number 2. Here we go. Nick Cross out in front. Rocky Moore in that second spot. Bob Pathwater Sr. in third. Sampson in fourth. Rogers fifth. Hamilton in sixth. Rocky Moore out in front. Hamilton in the infield. Oh, that's it, throw that. 11, smoking heavily, going down the front stretch. Rocky Moore, Nick Cross, Bob Pathwater Sr., Tim Rogers, and Hamilton out there racing. Nick Cross, Bob Pathwater Sr., battling for second and third. White flag. Rocky Moore wins it. Bob Pathwater Sr. and Tim Rogers will finish third. Okay, picking up the third and final heat race tonight in the Pure Stocks. Rocky Moore from New Philadelphia. Fast heat of the compacts coming out on the track. Looks like Adam Mishler will bring him in. Then Ryan Smith on the outside. Kyle Gruhl 199. Jason Morgan in 2. Russell Grandis in 72. Dale Beatty in 37. Ty Kelly in 9. Tom Barrett 157. Josh Grove in 4, and Kelly McNutt in 36 round out your field while they do some track maintenance there in turn 4. You might get some oil dry on the track, let them go around a lap, possibly. Bernie Booth's giving them the bunch up sign. Adam Mishler will bring him in, he'll set the pace. Brian Smith will be on the outside of him. Kyle Gruhl, Jason Morgan, Russell Grandison, Dale Beatty, Ty Kelly, Tom Barrett, Josh Grove, and Kelly McNutt. 10 cars, 8 laps still go.
alongside the number 36 of the yellow nut. Fischler is moving around inside the car, hand out the window. Boy, he took a good hard hit off the side as he and Morgan in the two had contact up in turn 4.
Here we go. Ryan Smith, Kyle Grohl.
Dale Beatty in the 32nd, looking to third.
Ryan Smith. Russell Grandison's second. Josh Grove up. Four to go. White flag coming out for Dale Beatty. Dale Beatty, Josh Grove, Kyle Grohl, and Ty Kelly, Jason Morgan, Brian Smith, and Russell Grandison. Picking up the fast heat, Dale Beatty.
Dale Beatty. Heat race number 2 for the contact. Joe Fuchs, 164.
Joe Fuchs will bring him in on 162. Bubba Smith in 12. Grove in 3. Timmy Rutner in 7. Jimmy Poole in 14. Mike Gribble in 11. Charlie Rich 23. Jim Miller 25, excuse me. Jack Grove in 5. And Harry May in 49. Joe Fuchs, Bubba Smith, Grove. Grove comes Mike Gribble. 4 in, 4 to go. Very nay. White flag. Checker flag coming out. Very nay. Jimmy Cole, Mike Gribble, Grove, Jack Grove, Bubba Smith, Charlie Rich, Jim Miller, Joe Fuchs, and Tammy Roofner. The winner of the second heat, Perry Nay in car 49. Here we go, 30. Dawn Music on the outside, Billy Hilliker Jr. on the inside, Kenny Jewell. Earl Trent, Chris Smith, 61, 91, James Dover, Billy Hilliker, Chris Smith, James Duvall, Hooker Duvall, 48. '46, 94, 61, 48, 91, 17, and 02, 03, and 40. Your winner, Kenny Jewell in 76. Anderson at 57. 191. Bertel in that third spot. Bruce gets in third. Roth in fourth. Halfway. White flag. White flag, checker flag now, coming out for Eric Anderson, Courtney, Bruce Gibson. Okay, fifth and final heat race.
Trying to get the front row starters side by side.
That's not going to happen this time. Here we go. Barb Feaster. Here comes Paul Stahl. Caution out. Kenny Ford in the lead. What you can do is probably hit rewind. It'll go back. There's no numbers showing right now, right? Where the numbers start, you hit stop. Kenny Ford out in front. Paul Stahl second. Alan Andrews third. Kenneth Shaw fourth. Then Kopp, Barb Feaster, Laura Green out there racing. Halfway. Did you get that right? Did you get the right? Battle for second, third, and fourth. right, got for Kenny Ford. Get any numbers yet? Kenny Ford wins it. Pop, NF Sports Pop. Your winner of the final compact heat race, Kenny Ford in 1:64.67. Okay, late model, feature time. Rob Scott will bring him in at 44. Rich Markham in 27. Kevin Cunnock in 57. Ron Jaber Jr. 21. Daryl Dexter 55. Barrett Schwartz 77. Brian Tedesco in 1. 22 of Craig Bewley. Farmer Smith 14 of William Robinson. Kathy Mead and Bob Kane to round out your field. Track, no start, no start. Here we go. Ron Scott, Richard Markham. Now for Kevin McClintock. Here we go. There's work on the inside. Tom Thurbrand. Richard Markham, Barrett Schwartz, Craig Bewley, Tom Thurbrand. Jay Bird Jr. 8 in, 17 to go. Caution's out again. Okay, 17 to go, 8 in, here we go. Let's go on the outside of Tom Garland. Ryan, let's go again. There. Great Bueller. Tom Garbrand. Ryan, let's go. Farmer Smith. Bob Gator. Earl Dexter. Second on the outside. Slide back. In that fifth spot. Everybody's gonna get stopped. 22 in, 3 to go. Yeah. 3 to go. Brand. There's your winner of the late model feature tonight from New Philadelphia, Bear Schwartz in car 77. Gonna have his grandson come in the picture for him. All right. Bear Schwartz, your late model feature winner of the evening here at Midvale Speedway.